as writers, I feel like we often get sucked into like other people's stories, like falling in love with like the characters, the setting, the aesthetic, like the godlike aesthetics of Blade Runner 2049. Incredible. However, I feel that what is most compelling in stories is like what's hidden beneath the surface. Like you're having like a chat with your friend and then they drop an insane piece of like their backstory, their lore. You're like, oh, I didn't know you were a crack dealer at one point. And like, let's say that you have character A and character B. They're talking, like character B has some like scars on his hands. He's like, oh, I got this one back in Nam. This one I was trimming flowers for my wife's boyfriend. I don't know. This one I got it at Arby's when I smashed my manager's window. That last one was me. I'm not going to elaborate on that one. However, sorry, I'm looking at my script. I'm not. That stare at the camera felt personal from me. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. I have like a little guideline sheet that I follow, and I just drew a blank, as I often do. So it took me a while to kind of understand that characters' beliefs kind of shape the way that they talk and interact with like the present day world that they're in. However, their beliefs are formed by the character's history. And for a while, I used to feel like the characters that I wrote were like kind of like flat and kind of like boring. And even though I love the characters because it's something that I created, therefore I'm like, this is La Petite Roche. Like, this is incredible. Like, this is the best thing that anyone's ever seen. But I would hand my friend like a copy of like the story idea that I had written down, and then they would be like, dog, this is trash. Like, it's so bad. I can't even tell you how bad it is. And like that just kind of stung for a while. But in my current understanding of story writing, I think that I figured out a solution for it. So let's go through that right now. So to start, one of the best things that I think that you can ask yourself is what's led us here? Like, what's led us to this point in the story? Normally when we start writing stories, like what it is like we'll have this like idea in our head for like a specific scene. Either it's like a climax of like a story, or it's just like this idea that we can't get out of our head and we're so excited to tell an audience like, hey, I have this cool idea for a scene. I have no idea how we got there, but we're here now. What I like to do is I like to kind of like mentally look around the scene. So for example, my friend and I, we had recently gone to see the new Spy Family movie, and like nobody else was in the theater. It was such a vibe to like be talking with my friend the entire time that we were in the theater, because it was just us in an empty theater, and like it was the coolest thing ever. And then the movie was quite alright. And like what that scene, if you just take the context of just like two friends in an empty movie theater in a relatively large town, like there are certain things that you can identify there. It's either that the town is slow to change, or that me and my friend were outsiders. And like you can write it however you want to. In real life, we're not actually outsiders, but it's just like I think that we went on a bad night. But anyways, like there's a lot that you can gather from that scene. You can make assumptions about the town, about the movie theater. Maybe it's some like rundown movie theater in some bad part of town. And yeah, just going from there. Sorry, doing the thing again. So my practical advice for this step would be to just no, I'm slacking. I'm absolutely slacking. I'm acting like this is like I don't do this regularly. So practical advice would be to just mentally look around at this scene that you have in your head and assess what's happened or what's led up to that point. Like, are the characters, are they underwater? Are they in a graveyard? Like what led them to that point? Second thing that I would recommend is to never have two characters be the same people. So what I mean by that, and what I'd like to do, is to take you all back to the glorious year of 2015. 2015. I was 15 years old, and I recently stumbled across what I had written and what my writing quality was back then, and I'd like to read it for you all now. Alright, so I'm not gonna do a voice for this for anyone. All right. Guy number 1, we're all good. I'm expecting another group to come and see what we can. Oh, you see, I can't even read. Like, I have a degree in English and I just can't even read. Guy number 1, we're all good, but I'm expecting another group to come and see what they can get from the shrine. Guy number 2, same here. Come on, let's get inside before that happens. Guy number 3, you good on ammo? Guy number 1, yeah, you? Guy number 3, yep, let's get inside. So, other than the dialogue going nowhere in that exchange, what you have is like a bunch of like yes men all throughout the scene being like, yes, I think that that is an incredible idea. We should do that. Yes, I also think that that is an incredible idea. We should do that. We are not going to write like that. Like, oh my gosh. While I don't believe that every line needs to have conflict within it, I think that every line does matter, and that it's like, if you hear a line, you should be like, oh, it sounds like XYZ character would say that. Like, for example, if you take the line, come to my treehouse, who do you think would be more likely to say it? Batman? Mickey Mouse? Or like Cookie Monster? Like, I think that alright, let's just move past this point. So my practical advice would be to give characters different backstories, like, that inform their decisions, and, like, giving characters different backstories, like, they can be as close as neighbors, as close as people that live in the same house together, so, like, brothers, like, just look at what happened with Itachi and Sasuke, like, dog. If you are writing a pair of siblings, and if you do want to give them different backstories, like, neither of them are living like the same lives. Like, they're living in the same environment throughout like a kind of similar routine, more than likely. However, like, siblings come out way different than one another. Like, one can be incredibly social, the other could be shy, the other could be just messed up in the head. So consider that. Oh, wait, we're at the end. All right, watch the next video. All right, bye.